Good evening. Here's the world news from BGI TV, Baba Bagede Imo TV. I am Morire Rabila Lawal. First are the major headlines. Supreme Court fixes March 3rd for adjournment of Naira redesign north. Buhari presides over Security Council meeting in Aso Rock. Nigeria's future gloomy with millions of malnourished children, Oshibajo. FG aware of plots to use Naira scarcity to ignite civil unrest during election. Finally on sports, Guinea-Bissau gets CAF approval to host Super Eagles of Nigeria. Now the news in detail. The Supreme Court on Wednesday fixed March 3rd to deliver its judgment on the consolidated suit that states filed to set aside the decision of the federal government of Nigeria to ban the use of 200 Naira, 500 Naira and 1000 Naira banknotes as valid legal tenders. A 7-man panel of the Apex Court okayed the matter for judgment after all the parties adopted their briefs of arguments. It will be recalled that though only 3 northern states, Kaduna, Kogi and Zamfara, initially approached the Supreme Court to challenge FG's decision, other states subsequently persuaded the Justice Inyang Okoro-led panel to join them as interested parties in the matter. The states the court joined as parties in the suit were Lagos, Cross River, Ogun, Ekiti State, Ondo, Sokoto, Abia, Jigawa, Kano, Rivers, and President Muhammadu Buhari's home state, Katsina. Moving on to the next story. A meeting of the National Security Council, presided by President Muhammadu Buhari, is underway on Wednesday at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. The meeting, being held behind closed doors in the council chamber, is expected to review the current security situation in Nigeria, especially before the general election. It is coming after the launch of security equipment donated by the Coalition Against COVID-19 at the council chambers. The National Security Council advises the President on public security issues, among others. And to the next story. Vice President Yemi Oshibajo says Nigeria's future and lives of young people depend largely on the collective effort by the public and private sector towards improving human nutrition outcomes. In a statement on Monday in Abuja, Mr. Oshibajo's spokesman, Laolu Akonde, said the Vice President presided over a virtual meeting of the National Council on Nutrition. Following the Council's recommendations, a presidential directive was issued for establishing nutrient department in all relevant ministries, departments, and agencies. Mr. Oshibajo, at the virtual meeting, mandated relevant public service officials to follow up on the implementation of the directive. Going on to the next story. The National Security Advisor, NSA, Babagana Mongunu, says there are plots by subversive elements to use the current socio-economic climate created by the Naira redesign policy to ignite civil unrest in the country. He, however, warned politicians to desist from exploiting the ongoing economic challenges in the country to cause trouble before, during, and after the 2023 general elections. Mongunu, who was represented by a deputy director in the NSA office, Sanusi Galadima, at the meeting of the Interagency Consultative Committee of Election Security in Abuja on Wednesday, noted that the actions of some politicians have led to violence in some states. He maintained that the federal government is committed to ensuring that the 2023 general elections are peaceful and credible and would not allow any individual or group to subvert the process. Moving on to the next story. Concerning the presidential election coming up on Saturday, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has begun the movement of sensitive materials from the branches of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, to the local government area offices across the country ahead of the Presidential and National Assembly election coming up on Saturday. In Lagos State, the resident electoral commissioner in Lagos, Mr. Segun Agbaje, who is overseeing the process in the state, said the INEC is ready for Saturday's presidential and National Assembly elections. Sensitive materials for elections ready to be distributed to INEC local government offices in Lagos State. The INEC rec also said the materials are secure and intact. The collation of the sensitive materials and distribution to electoral officers for upward takeoff to various INEC local government offices took place at the Central Bank of Nigeria, Marina, amid heavy security. The Lagos State Commissioner of Police, Idowu Omonwa, said the force is not encouraging any challenges so far, and they envisage the process will go on smoothly. And to the next story. EFCC also released incident reporting outlines for the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Nigeria's anti-corruption agency, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, says it has deployed its officers to the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, to monitor the polls. The Commission, in a statement issued on Wednesday via its official Twitter handle, said the deployment of officers to monitor the election was part of the effort to ensure the integrity of February 25th, 2023 presidential and National Assembly elections. Apart from the teams deployed across the country, the EFCC also released incident reporting outlines for the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, FCT. And the statement accompanied with flyers of the hotlines and Eagle Eye app for Nigerians to contact and report vote buying during the polls. The executive chairman of the commission, Abdulrashid Bawa, charged the operatives to be cautious of the interests of the nation while discharging their duties. And to the next story from Southeast. Two hunters whose names have not been ascertained have discovered a bag full of permanent voters cards, PVC, in a forest in Nnewi, Anambra State. This is coming just 4 days to the all-important general election in Nigeria. The hunters saw the bag containing the PVCs in a bush in Akamili community in Nnewi on Tuesday and later took it to the premises of a popular radio station, Authority FM. Station manager of Authority FM, Mr. Charles Ede, who spoke to Daily Post, said he was off duty when the cards were brought, but his staff members have reported to him about the incident. I was off duty. A video of the PVCs, which was made in the compound of the radio station in Nnewi, which has been trending online, showed that most of the PVC belong to the people of the area. Going on to Lagos. An employee of the Lagos State University, Lasu Johnson Adeshola, reportedly slumped and died on Monday while waiting for his turn on queue to withdraw cash at the bank on the institution's main campus in Ojo axis of the state. Adeshola, identified as an official of the university's bursary department, left his office for a branch of Wema Bank within the school premises to withdraw cash on Monday. He reportedly slumped a few minutes after he joined a queue at the bank and was subsequently rushed to the university's health center where he was confirmed dead. Confirming the incident, acting head of information and public relations unit, Olaniyi Jerry said, "Yes, it's true. Like you know and I know, that is a natural call. It can come at any point in time for any one of us." Adeshola was at the bank arena to get some cash for himself, not for the university, when the call death came. From that story, we'll go to the foreign story. The United States has agreed to extradite former Peruvian President Alejandro Toledo on corruption charges. Peru's Attorney General's office made this known Tuesday on Twitter that the U.S. State Department had agreed, Reuters said. The 76-year-old former leader was arrested in the U.S. in 2019 after Peru formally requested his extradition. Peruvian authorities allege that Toledo, who governed the ASEAN country between 2001 and 2006, took bribes of more than $25 million from Brazilian construction conglomerates of their bridge in exchange for help securing public works contracts. We do not have a set deadline for the extradition at the moment, but it is unlikely to take months, Alfredo Rebeza, the head of the Attorney General's extradition office, said on the Canal N television station. Concluding the world news this hour is a sports story. The Confederation of African Football, CAF, has granted Guinea-Bissau permission to host the Super Eagles at home in the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier next month. The match day 4 encounter will hold at the National 24-day September Stadium on March 27th, according to information on the official Facebook account of the Guinea-Bissau Football Federation. CAF approved the ground after an inspection exercise last weekend. The stadium has undergone renovation works in the past few weeks, and CAF officials were happy to see the state of the ground. The match was initially scheduled to take place in Morocco. The Jutros will take on the Super Eagles in the first leg at the Moshood Abiola Stadium on March 24th in Abuja. That ends the world news this hour. Before we go, some major headlines. Supreme Court fixes March 3rd for adjournments. We also brought to you Buhari presides over Security Council meeting in Aso Villa. Also, Nigeria's future glooming with millions of malnourished children. Vice President Oshibajo. We also brought to you, as regards the election, FG aware of plots to use Naira scarcity to ignite civil unrest. Finally, on sports, Guinea-Bissau gets CAF approval to hold Super Eagles of Nigeria for the Nations Cup qualifying match series. For more updates on YouTube, our handle is Babagbagede Imo TV. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell, select option all to access our broadcast. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. On Instagram, Bagede Imo _22. For advert placement of your goods and services, coverage of events and functions, please dial the phone number streaming on your screen for advert placement only. Thank you for watching. I am Morire Rebila Lawa. The wonderful words on the wall still stand as you having your PVC to make a better Nigeria come Saturday, February 25th, 2023. Thank you.
Oh, na, na, na. If you want to know what's going on in city, or you want to listen to the latest news and gist, no stress, oh, just tune to BGI TV. BGI TV.